Fellow Americans, pardon me, fellow Americans, I address you this evening concerning a very serious matter. On Saturday afternoon, during a routine Secret Service inspection, an unknown substance was discovered in the White House that later tested positive for cocaine. Sorry, what's that? I got this new little earpiece they gave me. It's really great. They used to write the stage cues on the prompter screen, but then I kept reading them when I wasn't supposed to. Then they gave me these handy note cards that told me everything I was supposed to do, but then I developed the habit of waving those damn things all over the place so every camera in the room could see what they said. So the earpiece is the latest thing they're trying. What's that? Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell them about the earpiece? Oh, come on, man. How am I supposed to remember the instructions when you dog-faced pony soldiers keep changing them all the damn time? What about the malarkey that is? Now, what the hell are we talking about here? Oh, right. Cocaine. Now, folks, you might think everything Joe Biden knows about cocaine I learned from being Hunter Biden's dad, but you got that wrong, Jack. I'm not joking. In fact, back when I was running with Elvis and the Memphis Mafia back in the early 70s, which was shortly after I ran with the Rat Pack in the 60s. Yeah, fella, you bet your sweet butt I used to run with the Rat Pack. Only reason I'm not in the group pictures is because somebody had to hold the damn camera. But I'm telling you right now, you find a picture of the marquee from the Sands Hotel in 1964, it'll say Sinatra, Martin, Davis, Lawford, Bishop, Biden. And don't let no liar tell you different. And where was I? When I was running with Elvis and the Memphis Mafia, I don't want to brag, but I learned more about cocaine than my son ever forgot. Wait, is that how the saying goes? Screw it, it's not important. So we're on Elvis's private jet one day, the Lisa Marie, just kicking around ideas for the next album. And Elvis says to me, Joey says, you want to try some liquid cocaine, the kind only eye doctors can get? So I thought about it for a second, and I said to him, Elvis, I said, does it better take a shit in the goddamn woods? Pass that stuff over, you big sideburn heaven bastard. So the thing you do is you take this great big long Q-tip cotton swab thingy, and you dip it in the bottle and you swirl it around your nostrils a couple times, and the next thing I remember is waking up in a chicken barn in West Virginia and only being able to speak Spanish. Spent 2 days insisting to this poor family that my name was Jose Maria Gutierrez y Zapatero and I was on an important diplomatic mission for Emperor Maximilian. I think I wound up in a sanitarium for about 5 weeks before anybody figured out I was actually a first-term U.S. Senator. Fortunately, when I got back to the office, nobody noticed I'd been gone. Never did see Elvis again. I heard later he died from drugs. Poor son of a bitch. I think, and I'm not joking here, folks, I think I could have saved him if I'd been there at the end. Now, I know there's a lot of jokesters out there on the interwebs, like that fella Captain Curmudgeon. They always talk a lot of junk about Occam's razor and all that sort of fancy-pants malarkey. How if there's a really obvious explanation of a thing that fits with the known facts, then it's almost certainly the correct explanation. And you know what I say to that? I say that's a whole lot of horse pucky, is what I say. So yeah, you got all these wise-ass jokesters on the interwhats. They're saying just because my son Hunter is the most notorious drug abuser since John Belushi made a gas bastard gay love child with Chris Farley while Kurt Cobain watched, and just because he's in the White House on a near daily basis, that bag of cocaine must belong to him. But you know what I say to that? I say that's a whole lot of buffalo bagels. That's what I say. You know why? Because the fact of the matter is, 2 weeks ago, I threw a big damn party here at the White House in honor of America's most mentally deranged sex perverts. We had gays and lesbians and lady boys and guy women running every which way. Hard to keep track of them. And in fact, I saw this one girl take her top off and start waving her titties around everywhere. I thought that was really great. Until somebody told me it wasn't a girl. And then I didn't like it quite so much. Which means the battle against transphobia starts right here at home with the man in the mirror. Speaking of the man in the mirror, I'm reminded of a story from back when I used to hang with Michael Jackson at the Neverland Ranch. Wait, what's that? I shouldn't tell that one? Alright, fine then. Now, Mr. and Mrs. America, You don't need old Joe Biden to tell you that when a sex pervert party breaks out, there's going to be cocaine flying in and out of every orifice that God can install on a human being, and some that he didn't. The point being, there's been at least 300 people through this house in the last 20 days who might have left a baggie of coke laying around. And my son Hunter is only one of them. So you stick that in your pipe and smoke it, you MAGA extremist conspiracy theorist types. Just stop trying to drag my family's good name through the mud. Thank you. Good night. God bless America.